Hello everyone and welcome back to another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So there is a lot to talk about, so I'm going to split it into two videos. So in this video I'm going to be talking about the new SUGO Fest batch for what I believe is the global anniversary, and also going to be talking about the steps that are related to the SUGO Fest. So first of all, I'm going to be showing you the batch. So with this new batch, there is two new legends, one of them being KINEMON and Denjiro. They are unfortunately a dual unit, so they're probably not going to be a good captain, but I haven't exactly looked into what they do. I do know what ODEN does, and he's pretty good, but I'll get into him just now. And then there's also ODEN here. His artwork is amazing, probably one of my favorite artworks in the game now. Such an amazing artwork. And then there are 4 rare recruits that come with this batch. So there is Raizo, his optics actually pretty good as well. There is Kawamatsu, there's Ashura Doji, and oh wait, there's only 3 rare recruits. Okay, so there's 3 recruits being Ashura Doji, Kawamatsu, and Raizo, and the legends are ODEN, V2 ODEN, and KINEMON and Denjiro. So I don't know what the rare recruits do at the moment, but I can show you what the legends do. So I think with these new units, I think we are slowly starting to creep fully into the 5.25x captain meta. Also, there is a new debuff for the new point event, but I won't be talking about it in this video. I will be talking about it in the next video. So for the two new legends, I'm gonna start off by talking about the KINEMON and Denjiro unit. So they are a dual unit, as I said before. They are Quick and Sai, Quick being Denjiro and Sai being KINEMON. They do have hunger, unfortunately, so that's another unit that you are going to need hunger tablets for. But luckily, last treasure map we got a bunch of those, so you should have a decent amount after that. But moving on to the captain ability, so this is in their dual form. It doesn't show you what they do in their singular forms, but in their dual form they boost slasher and free spirit characters attack by 5x, so amazing. But that's in their dual form, so I'm kind of iffy about what their multipliers will be singular, probably only 4.5x or something around there. But they do have a large 1.5x HP boost. They also slightly boost the chance of landing on recovery orbs and make said recovery orbs into 1 slots. So basically, they're saying that you have a high chance of getting 1 orbs, so that is awesome. And this unit's normal attacks. No wait, so if a character attacks with against a unit that they have type of advantage against, then they will get a 1 orb in the next turn. So if you attack with a unit that is Dex against a quick enemy, then in the following turn that unit will get a 1 orb. So I'm pretty sure this is for the entire crew. If it is only for the legend itself, then that would kind of suck, but that wouldn't make sense. This should be for the entire crew. So honestly, a respectable captain for a dual unit. Amazing HP, 1 orbs, which is awesome. And also definitely a good attack boost. They are definitely a lot more restrictive with being only slash and free spirit, but I'm glad for the legends for this batch they aren't making them universal, to just make it a lot more fun, a lot less accessible for units when team building, so you don't have access to everything. It makes it a lot more interesting team building. Slash and free spirit is doing really well right now. Like slashers especially, like they've gotten quite a lot of support recently, and this batch just gives even more. Anyways, as for the special, maxing it out at a 13 turn cooldown, I don't know if that is after expansion or not, but they reduce one enemy's HP by 20%, ignoring all barriers and defensive effects, so that's fine, I guess. He reduces all enemies' damage reduction and defense up by 6 turns. Okay, so wow, that is actually insane. This is so good in terms of utility. Defense up and damage reduction by 6 turns. Yeah, this unit is definitely seeing a lot of play. They also go on to say they boost slasher and free spirit characters' orbs by 2.75x. That is amazing. So that is basically what version 1 Odin does in his special, but version 1 Odin does not give 6 turns of defense up and damage reduction. And he also boosts their base attack, so he boosts Slash and Free Spirit characters' base attack by 500 for a turn. And then obviously they go into their deal form for 3 turns. Wow, this unit is... Wow, they provide so much as a sub. I mean, the second I saw they were a dual unit, I assumed that they were going to have an amazing special, but mediocre captain ability. But honestly, pretty insane captain ability for a dual unit. And that special is so good, I really am tempted to pull. But I'm doing that 1 year challenge for no pulling, so it's going to have to be a skip. And you'll also see here later on why you shouldn't be pulling on the SUGO Fest. But amazing special, providing so much damage, 500 base stats, and a massive orb boost to Slasher and Free Spirit characters, as well as that insane and unique utility. I mean, 5 turns would have been insane as well, but 6 turns, oh, it's so good. But I almost forgot about this, their switch effect, because they are a dual unit after all. They do have super swap. It is 6 swaps, which is quite a lot, so I hope they actually do something decent. So they change, for their normal swap, they change their own slot into matching. It doesn't go through block, unfortunately. And they apply minus 20% to enemies' slasher resistance for 1 turn. So this is related to the new debuff. But I will talk about that in the next video, as I said before. I currently don't know how good this is, but giving this up a matching orb and whatever this is, that's not too bad. Then for the super swap, they changed the entire crew's orbs into matching. Doesn't go through block, but that would be too broken for a swap, I would think. And they apply minus 50% to enemies' slasher resistance for 1 turn. So as before, I still don't understand this now, but I will explain it in the following video. The next video should be out tomorrow sometime. I don't have time to still make another video today, unfortunately. Anyways, I digress. In terms of the Sailor effects, the Sailor 1 is a base stats by 100 for Slasher and Free Spirit. That's fine. The Sailor 2 is they make Slasher and Free Spirit characters' quick orbs have matching slot effects. That is such a good Sailor ability. Definitely will see play and will be helpful in teams. And base stats is still no joke. I mean, 100 passively is awesome. I won't be talking about the Pirate Rumble, but because I'm not an expert in Pirate Rumble, I do not want to give any like false information or about how good they are. But that is it for the Kinemon Denjiro legend. So awesome legend. This kind of reminds me of when Yamato and Ulti Page 1 debuted. But these legends are insane. Moving on to Odin, so Big Man Odin. So this is where it gets insane. So Odin is not a universal captain. He is also Slasher and Free Spirit, which is actually really like. I'm glad they aren't going super overpowered for this legend, but he is still so good. So in his kit, for his captain ability, he gives you 1 cooldown at the start of the quest, so it's awesome if you're running double Odin. That is 2 cooldown, awesome. It helps with getting through content faster. Then he goes on to say that he will boost Slasher and Free Spirit characters' health by 1.35x, which is pretty decent. 1.5x would have been better, but with the rest of the things that this character does, that's still actually really good. That's not a bad HP boost. You're still gonna have a bunch of HP with this character. Then he also goes on to say he will boost Slasher and Free Spirit characters' attack by 5x, but he boosts that character's attack, the crew's attack, by 5.25x if any enemies were defeated in the previous turn. So that is a super easy condition. Most times you are either defeating literally most of the time you have defeated an enemy in the previous stage. So basically most of the time you're going to be having a 5.25x captain to your Slasher and Free Spirits. So that is super amazing. This is the second 5.25x captain, if I'm not mistaken. The Straw Hats V2 being the other unit. they had in their dual form, they boosted 5 by 5.25x if you had a matching orb. Now this is way better because for strike crew you need to be in their dual form, and you need to have a matching orb, which is a way harder condition than this one right here. So Odin definitely a better 5.25x captain to fulfill. And then he also goes on to say he makes sign in matching, so he gives matching orbs a healthy amount of health. He gives cooldown and one of the best attack boosts in the game, and he's not boring being a universal captain. So honestly, this is one of the best, if not the best, captain ability in the game right now. I don't think he's quite the best just because of the fact that he's not universal. But he's definitely up there. He's definitely a tier 0 legend. Moving on to special effect, maxing at 13 turns once again, just like Kinemon and Denjiro. So this is an interesting new effect that this legend only has. So he adds 0.25x to the effect of attack boosts and all boosts that are launched after the special by slasher or free spirit characters for 3 turns. So that is a bit of a mouthful, but to break it down, so when you activate the special, you will get a buff that lasts for 3 turns, and this buff allows your after you activate the special and you have that buff, any attack and or boosts that are activated by slasher or free spirit characters will be boosted by 0.25x. So if you activate, so this works really well with Toki and Hiyori, that the Kizuna legend, because if you activate their special and you first activate Odin and then you activate Toki, and then you will be able to boost that 3.5x attack and all boost to 3.75x. So that's just gonna make Kizuna teams even more insane with this unit. The synergy between them is really well, and it really makes sense. But that's awesome. Just boosting all attack and all boost by 2.25x for 3 turns is awesome. If this was 1 turn, it wouldn't be as good, because most of the time you're going to be carrying it through different stages to get the attack and all boost. So I'm glad that it's 3 turns. It also works if the supported character is a slasher or free class. So even support characters will work, so that's awesome. Then we have a bunch of different things that he does as well. So if if your health is 80% or above when the special is launched, he will boost the color affinity of slasher and free spirit characters by 2.5x for a turn. So awesome color affinity, one of the highest in the game, which is awesome. He boosts the color affinity by still 2.25x otherwise, which is still really good. So I mean, the HP condition kind of sucks, but 2.25x color affinity is still really good. And if your crew already has color affinity before the special is activated, then he will boost slash and free spirit characters attack by 2.25x for 3 turns. Now that's insane. 3 turns of a 2.25x attack boost is awesome. So either way you're gonna get something from this unit. He's awesome. Then if the crew's HP is 50% or below when the special is launched, he will give you a 95% damage reduction, and he will kill you by 10,000. So he's gonna basically let you live an additional turn for free. So if you are in a niche situation and you have a little bit of health, then you can just use his special and you'll basically be able to tank anything besides maybe death hit damage. But amazing damage reduction. It definitely makes sense for the unit as well, having damage reduction. We were all like expecting him to have some sort of damage reduction in his kit, so that's awesome. So his special does a lot, and he's either going to give you an amazing color affinity, being 2.5x, or a 3-turn 2.25x attack boost, which is amazing. And then he still boosts all your other attack and all boosts by 2.25x, which is awesome. And he's super tanky if you're at low health, so no matter what, you're going to get something from this unit. So awesome special, does a bunch of things. Top tier captain effect as well. I'm really liking this unit. He is a super class unit, being a slasher super class unit. So His superclass his superclass condition is you need to have one of these following characters on your crew, not except as support characters: Kinemon, Kanjuro, Raizo, Kikunojo, Shutenmaru, Dogstorm, Cat Viper, Kawamatsu, Denjiro, Momonosuke, Hiyori, Goldie Roger, or Edward Nugget, which is Whitebeard. So you need to have one of those units as your crew members, and you'll be able to activate his superclass. So his superclass states that he'll change all orbs into matching, so that is not including block orbs, so you'll get a full board of matching orbs, which is awesome. He also says he will boost the chain multiplier by 1.25x for a turn, and he gives your slash unit super type. So that is a very good chain multiplier boost. So he gives orbs and a chain boost, so that's pretty good. I mean, he does provide quite a lot. I've definitely seen units with better superclasses, but I've also seen units with worse superclasses. So not overwhelming and not underwhelming either. It's a good superclass. And his sailors just boost the entire crew stats by 100 is awesome. And he just makes the crew's size slots have matching slot effects. No conditions or anything. He just straight up makes everyone's size slots matching. So awesome sailor 2. And a very strong sailor 1. So awesome unit. Both of these legends are super amazing. Unfortunately, the SUGO isn't that great. I will go into that next. So we do have the steps for the SUGO Fest. So I believe the SUGO Fest is coming out after the maintenance on the 24th. Wait, isn't it the 24th today? Wait a minute. Anyways, so here I have the Reddit post from QBOHS. So thank you to him for uploading this. Definitely helps. So for the White Anniversary SUGO Fest, so this is not a Super SUGO Fest. So these legends you can pull on any banner. They are not exclusive to Super SUGO Fest. So I don't know how to feel about that, because if this is the anniversary, it's kind of weird that it's not a Super SUGO Fest. But they might only start doing Super SUGO Fest for like New Year's or very big celebrations. But I digress. So this is a 12.5x legendary, no, a 12.5x 5% legendary. If it was 12.5x legendary, that'd be insane. That would be like every single legend is a every single post is a legend. But the base legendary is 5%. So this is a 2.5x percent legend rate, 2.5x legend rate. So that is a weird number. Usually it's either 2x or 3x. With how bad the steps are and the fact that this is supposed to be the anniversary SUGO Fest, I would expect it to be a 3x. But 2.5x, you are going to be seeing a lot of legends. Well, you should be seeing a lot of legends. So still a really good legend rate. And it says here that there will at least be one free multi, so that's awesome. I mean, it's expected if this is the anniversary SUGO Fest. As I said before, it's not a Super SUGO Fest. So moving on to the steps now. This is bad. So on part 1, out of the 25 steps, 16 of them are rate up or legend. So this is rough. Rate up or legend steps are basically no steps, because most of the time you're just getting a random gold poster. The chances of you actually getting a legend, they aren't really that great. And this, out of all those, there's only three multis are guaranteed any legend, but multi 8 and 12 are a limited legend. I don't know how limited the pool is. I'm curious if this entire SUGO Fest, if the legend pool is going to be all legends. I kind of expect that to happen because of the high legend rate. That is usually what happens. Usually big celebrations, high legend rate, and the entire legend pool. And then usually on parts 2 and 3, it separates into a bit of a smaller pool. But I'm pretty sure this limited step isn't going to be the best. The only ones that I think are going to be worthwhile are probably going to be the super limited legend steps, which will be on steps 15, 20, and 25. And multi-stand is a bit of an obscure one. All posters have a 50% chance to be a legend. So on average, you should be seeing about 5 to 6 legends in that multi. I don't understand why they didn't just make this all legends. I mean, especially because they're probably gonna have a large legend pool. It's kind of odd. I mean, the other steps are so bad. They could have at least given us that. But unfortunate. It's 2 and 3 also another 1, 2, just age of I think rateable legend steps. And the only thing that's different here is that there isn't a super limited legend step, but instead they guarantee Oden or Kinemon Denjiro based on which part you're pulling on multi 30. So you have to go pretty deep for those legends if you want them. Just super disappointed with the steps, but I think everyone should be skipping this. But I mean, it's your gems, and you're still gonna be seeing a bunch of legends. So I guess you can try doing a few multis, but I don't recommend going super deep. But that's pretty much it for this video. Just wanted to talk about the new legends and the steps. And tomorrow I'll come out with the video talking about the new Blitz and the new point event. So I hope you found the video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.